Hello and welcome everyone, Rufus Shinra from the Shinra Corporation coming back with a second video in the same day. Oh madness, what's happening? Who's this guy and where's my Rufus? Alright, so this is just my day 1 comp for stage 25 Spider. It's fairly fast, but trigger alert and warning, it's, as you can see, this is not meant to be a free-to-play friendly comp. This is just a comp that I could build with the champions that I have. I hope that I will be able to improve it over time to cut the time even lower, but so far it's been doing pretty good. So I'll start a few runs and I will explain how it goes as the run progresses. So as you can see, I would put it on 1 speed just to first to showcase how it works, then I will put it on double speed next. So there is a Tyrant putting up the burn, that's fairly straightforward. I have 2 cold hearts that are fairly fast, a Kmar with no speed at all, and Gurgoh here with accuracy basically and speed. The idea behind the comp is that basically Gurgoh freezes, Tyrant burns, and the cold hearts use their heart seeker, and then my Kmar resets everybody so that they could do it once more. So what's so particular about this comp? Of course, everybody's been using burn comps and everybody was expecting that burn comps or AoE burn comps would be the MVP here. But there are a few things to break down. First of all, if you take a look at the comp again, you will see that I have no defense down nor weakened champion in it. And the reason is fairly simple. Why would you need a defense down or weakened champion if you are if your damage is capped at 10% of the HP? You just need to build enough damage on your max HP champion, max HP damage champions, here in this case the cold hearts, and then you wouldn't need any weaken or defense down, because anyways the weaken or defense down would go to waste and it would actually not be counted, so you would be wasting 1 champion slot. Here we did it in 1 minute 24 seconds at 1x speed, so let's see how it goes at 2x speed now. So that's the first idea. Again, the weaken and defense down on AoE also makes the spiderlings more prone to get damage when they are hit with Tyrant's AoE burn, thus making them die basically, and you lose the benefit from applying the AoE the AoE burn to them. So because the idea behind the AoE burn comp is the more spiderlings are left alive with a burn on, the better it is for you, because that will mean that you will get more damage on the main spider. Another idea here is that whenever you have both HP burn and freeze on those spiderlings, you cut down on the animation speed. So instead of you waiting for the spiderlings to go and hit your characters before the HP burn procs and hurts the main spider, the damage is basically calculated automatically, and whenever a spiderling reaches a turn meter tick, it automatically deals damage. Just a little aside here, because I'm recording the video on 60 frames per second instead of unlimited frame rates, my runs take slightly longer than what they would take if I wasn't recording footage. This was just to explain the difference between the personal best that I will be showing and the times recorded in the video. Alright, so yeah, as I mentioned earlier, everybody's frozen. The damage goes really fast from the burns when the spiderlings have a freeze on. Kmar resets and we can do it all over again. The key here are the speeds on the champions, which I will showcase in just a moment. Alright, so now on to the breakdown of my champion builds, starting with the star of the show, Tyrant X Limo. As you can see, is actually built pretty much like in my previous video for the Spider 20 solo and Ice Golem 20 solo. That's with tons of resistance, some accuracy and speed, but actually you don't need all of that. You don't need all of these stats. All he needs is to basically just place his burn and to be fast enough. Defense helps and HP helps, but forget about these stats. You could do it with as low as maybe half of that. You could get by with it, as long as you have over 220, 200 accuracy to land the burns. I found 242 to be somewhat okay. And somewhere around 220, 230 speed, he should be among the fastest in the team. That's one cool thing about this team. You don't really need to speed tune everyone as long as they're fast enough to take the turns that they need to. So the skill that Tyrant uses basically is his Hellfire Torrent, where he attacks all enemies, and with books he has a 100% chance of placing a burn on all enemies for 3 turns. It goes to a 3-turn cooldown with books, so this is what I'm using. Anything else he uses just helps basically the team tank any rogue spiders attacks before they go themselves and complete their tasks regarding the spider annihilation. For masteries, again, it does not really matter. These are the masteries I'm using for reference if you want to copy my build, but again, feel free to do so. Okay, moving on to the second part of the Song of Ice and Fire, Gurgoh. Here he's also an MVP, so I have him in a somewhat hybrid build between accuracy and damage, but this is actually a remnant of a build that I had started earlier but didn't finish, so don't pay attention. The important stats again here are speed and accuracy. You don't need this much. You could get by with much lower accuracy at 220, 230. Speed, I could always improve on this, but this seems to work well with the Kmart reset. The other stats have little to no value. As far as skills, again, we're using his Bone Chill skill, which is his A2. On a 3-turn cooldown, he has a 100% chance to freeze all enemies and grants an extra turn. So this is basically why he's in the team, because he has a guaranteed freeze. There are other champions who have guaranteed freeze, but I actually pulled him recently. I did not have much use for him, so I figured I'd try him in this stage and see how it would do. Then there is the Kmart. As you can see, his build is pretty whalish, not easy to get by gear. Forget about the refresh jewelry here. Actually, I'm putting him with no gear at all. He's at 103 speed and that's it. He doesn't need anything else. Then I have the 2 cold hearts. I'll see if these were the 2. Yeah, I think these were the 2 cold hearts. Again, nothing too crazy. They're not even in Savage, just in gear that I threw around. The important figures again are speed and accuracy. They need to have enough accuracy to land the Terminator degrees and enough speed to go twice before Kmart resets, which means I found it should be around 227, 225, where it would be the good speed or enough speed for them to go twice before Kmart resets, which is key for the comp to have a good time. Same for the other one. Again, as far as crit damage, as you've seen here, she should actually have 1 more point of crit rate. I'll fix that. 70% crit rate is the number. Around 220, 240, any number that you put above 220 in crit damage is good, as long as you have Helm Smasher for it to help you do that extra damage. But even this will not matter much, because the damage is capped anyway with that spider. So as long as you have just a little bit of crit damage on your cold heart and about 70% crit rate, it will always land the Terminator decrease, and it will always be critical, dealing max damage to the spider. So yeah, that's basically the comp. So these were basically the champions. That was the comp. Tell me in the comment section below what you think about it. I hope that it gave you a few ideas to build comps of your own. I will try and work on it to improve it in the future, but so far it does seem to be working pretty well, and as you can see on the screen, it gave me my personal best. Usually when I'm not recording the runs, it's around between 38 and 44 seconds. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions regarding this comp, or if you have any other questions regarding the new dungeons 21 to 25, feel free to ask in the comment section below, or join my Discord. We have a community of helpful players there who will be more than happy to help you, me included of course. With that said, I am Rufus Shinra, and I'm signing out. main spider here.